Hi, welcome back to my 90 days writing challenge. If you're new here, I am Pooja and I'm currently writing a fantasy book series that is about a boy who sneaks off into a carnival to see his beloved magician and then realizes he's a fraud, and then the magician goes missing, so him and his friends go on a scavenger hunt to find this magician. I can't believe it, but I am currently on week 5, which is crazy, and I'm completely doing something different this week. I would say from the past weeks, I've just been winging it and I've been setting goals every single week. However, one thing that I'm lacking is that I can't hit my word count and I can't increase my word count because I'm going through chapters, but I'm just not writing enough. So this week, I am going to be following a system. And if you've clicked on this video, you've guessed it right. I am going to try Stephen King's writing routine for a week. And I've been seeing this trend all over YouTube where people try I've seen this trend all over YouTube where people try famous authors and steal their writing routine for a day. And I thought that would be a great idea. Stephen King is a prolific author. He writes so many books. One of his things that he does is he writes around 2,000 pages a day. So it's almost like 6 pages a day. I thought that would be the perfect routine for me to do because I am horrible with maintaining my word count. For this week, I'm committing at least 2,000 words a day. I will keep a word count. I don't know my word count for right now, but I know it's around 18,000 words, which is not a lot. And by the end of this week, I will probably double my word count. This is going to be a huge challenge for me. Hopefully, I can finish this challenge. It sounds like a great goal to accomplish, but let's see if I can actually do it. So today is the first day that I'm doing Stephen King's writing challenge. And right now, before I even delve into my first draft, before I even delve into the draft that I'm currently working on, I'm starting with 9,726 words for my draft. If I'm going to add 6,000 words today, if I'm going to be writing 6,000 words today, I will be at 15,726, which is kind of crazy because my first draft is 18,000 words. I hope that I can finish this challenge by the end of the week. I have no idea how long it's going to take me to actually get this done, but it's kind of crazy that if I just write 6 pages a day, I will surpass my first draft, which is crazy. I need to get started because this book is not going to write itself. It is later in the evening today, and I wanted to make a correction because I probably will make edits, but I wanted to make a correction. When I said I wanted to get to 15,000 words, I meant by the end of the week, not by the end of today. And I think I miscalculated because my goal was to write 2,000 words, not I think I was calculating it to be 6,000 words. Obviously, I probably have updated that change, but I got a little confused. My goal is to get to around 11,000 words by the end of today. I think I'm around 800 words left for me to write. Since today is a weekend, I do have a lot more time to write. I've been writing for weeks. Each time I feel like eventually it will get easier to write this process. I'm just I don't feel like it has gotten easier for me to write. I feel like the thing that keeps tripping me up is because I keep getting distracted, and there's always things, especially if you're writing on your laptop, there's always going to be things that get you distracted, like looking on social media, watching a show, anything like that. It's so easy to get distracted from that. And that's why I'm not able to continue on. But at the same time, there's certain things, certain details that I need more context, or I have to think more of. In the moment, I can't think of exactly what I want to fit for those roles. Either I have to skip it and rewrite a comment to go back and update it, or I just spend hours thinking about this specific detail that I have no idea. And that's really why I can't move on. I thought that as I moved on, things would get easier, but I feel like I'm still at the same spot where nothing like writing hasn't gotten easier for me, and I feel like I'm just very stagnant in the same place. Even though I know I'm progressing, I just feel like I'm just very stagnant. I don't feel like I'm making a progress in the way that like if you go to a gym, you can see progress of things getting easier. I don't feel like it's getting easier for me to write or sit in this like uncomfortable position to maintain and be able to write a book, or stay in a state of mind to be able to continue to write for long hours at a time. I am going to finish up the day, but I'll probably check in with you tomorrow. Yesterday, I wasn't able to complete the goal of 2,000. I got so close. I got to 11,202 words as my word count. Like I was at least 500 words short. I think because it's the weekend, I procrastinate till the very end to do things. That's why I'm not able to get anything done, is because I have so much time on my hands that I just can't focus. So I'm going to do something different, and I'm going to wait until I'm probably just going to block out the very end of the day, block out a couple of hours for me to do it, and then just focus solely that time to crank out 2,000 words. So by the end of today, I should be able to get to 13,200 words. That marks 2,000 words. So it is Thursday today, and I'm not doing well with this challenge at all. I had some growth in the beginning of the week, and then I just picked the wrong week to do it. I was not motivated. I got at least 1,000 when I was able to get through certain things. I was able to get to like 1,000 words when I was able to do the challenge or get to it. There's 2 days that I skipped. I started a new job, so I'm just going in between. I think I'm just learning everything, so I'm just mentally exhausted every single day. And I'm trying to transition into doing both at the same time. So I think that's what tripped me up. One good thing that came out of this is I know where my limits are. Right when I'm after work, I'm mentally checked out, and I need like a little bit of time to just not think or do anything before I continue to write. I'm like may have to change when I start writing things. Either I block in 1 hour of the day at the end of the day, or maybe do it early in the morning. But I have to find some way to make that adjustment. Another thing is I know my limit. I know that I can get at least 1,000 words a day. Like that could be my limit. It may not be 2,000 right now, but I know I can get to 1,000 words per day, and that's better than what I've been doing for the past weeks. I think right now, if I don't know exactly what word count I have, but I've gone through I'm at chapter 15 right now. So I think I've gone through at least 4 to 5 chapters within this week. So that's a lot of progress. Like I've made a lot more progress within this week than I have in the past weeks, even though I haven't really hit the goal of 2,000 words a day. I'm just kind of glad that even though I haven't really followed the process of Stephen King, I'm still able to get somewhere. And today I will be going to a cafe, and I'll be spending that time just focusing on the book, and I'll let you know what my progress is then. It's funny because I thought I was going to be productive at the coffee shop. I joined this writing community, and we go to this coffee shop bi-weekly. We do this, but because it's the new year, we decided to do something different. I just didn't check it, and this week we were doing vision boards. So I spent my whole time creating a vision board, and this is what it looks like. I'll probably share. I took pictures of everyone else's vision boards and also mine, so I'm sure that I will be providing what it looks like. And then on the back, which if you've not watched one of my previous videos, I wanted to create a personal curriculum. So one of my goals is I want to write a Valentine's poetry book, as well as finish my fantasy book that I'm currently writing. So I want to publish those 2 books by 2027. I want to complete the 90-day writing challenge, and then I also just want to finish all of the books off my bookshelf. So that's what I'm going to be doing for 2026. I wanted to explain some of the vision board that I've had. If you see right here, there's a sticker that says New York. That's really important to me because when I grew up, I lived in a small town and New York was the biggest city, and it kind of resonated with me because it felt like at the time I was so young and I didn't realize that people had dreams, and it felt like a place where you could dream and live bigger than just doing the monotonous things that you could do in your daily life. I know now things have changed. I don't necessarily want to live in New York, but I feel like for certain things I have the ambition and drive of being able to make things reality. There is another sticker. It's called It's Lit. Again, I want to increase my comprehension, my reading comprehension. And I think it kind of sucks right now because I used to read literature and be fine with it and be able to comprehend it. I still want to do that. I want to be able to comprehend literature, not because I love literature, or I just want to be able to, honestly, more for a bragging right that I can comprehend literature, even though I may not actually like the books that I read. It's like 6 p.m. So today I'm just going to spend 1 hour and just focus on writing and then get ready for the next day. So today marks the last day of this challenge. I went into this challenge not knowing whether or not I would be able to complete the 2K words a day. To be honest, I was right. I couldn't complete it. I didn't know. I realized I knew what my limits were. I knew that I couldn't complete 2K words a day. And I just also picked the wrong time to do it because I was also starting a new job. So I was just mentally tired and trying to get into the rhythm of things. This was not a priority when it came to the things that I was doing. But in spite of that, I managed to get at least a couple of days to get at least 1,000 words, which is better than nothing, at all. It's probably a lot better than what I've been doing for the past weeks. That's something positive that I took out of it, is that I now know what my limit is or what my word count should be for every single day as I continue forward. Another thing that I really liked was I set myself a timer, so I would go through 20-minute intervals, and that helped me be more consistent, and I was able to be more productive within that time. It's not just about sitting there for long periods of time. It's more of what you do within that time. So from now on, I'm going to be doing more focused sprints to get me more focused when I'm doing certain tasks. The beginning of this week, I started with 9,726 words. I was shooting for, by the end of this week, 15,726 words. I ended up with the final of 13,100 words. So I was a little probably around 2,000 to 3,000 words off to my original word count. But to be honest, based on the circumstances, I think that's still pretty good considering the fact that 1 or 2 days I didn't write at all. So I think that's a pretty good standing of where I'm at right now. What I've learned is that this writing routine, I feel like it's not just about the writing the 2,000 words a day. It's more of just being disciplined and showing up even when things are not set, when things are not at the right circumstances. My goal for the coming weeks is to just be more disciplined and just show up regardless of whether or not you feel ready to write or not. And if you've been following along my 90-day challenge, thank you for being here because it keeps me accountable for doing the challenge. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have gotten this far. And I will see you in the next video.